Welcome back, Tough Men of Faith.
How you doing, RT?
All right, just trying to catch up with you from the summit.
Dude, the summit was good.
It was good.
Yep.
It was
That was
good.
a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Like it was busy. I was like manning the grills and cooking, but like having Haas Ridgeway there
Yeah.
to kind of did like I don't know, it was preaching, but it was funny. Like it was good.
Yeah.
Good topics. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. The whole thing, like,
Yep.
this feels like you're separated from the world for a couple days,
Right.
and yeah, it was
Yep.
a ton of positive feedback. Like, guys, I mean, they loved the speaking and everything.
Yeah.
Loved the food. You did a
Good.
great job manning the grill.
That works.
You and your buddies.
Yeah.
So cooked to order eggs. I mean,
Yeah, cooked to order eggs.
steak one night.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to be in the woods, hanging out together.
Yep. It was a really good time.
It's really good. And then
Yep.
you saw a bunch of deer with your night
yeah,
vision
yeah.
goggles. or
Brought out my
something?
night vision, and there's deer all around us at 4 in
Yeah.
the morning, and
Yeah.
that was cool.
Some coyotes I heard during the night.
Yeah, there's definitely some coyotes.
Got a little chilly,
Yeah. Yep, it was a good time.
but it was good.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again next year. So
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's September like 6th, 7th or something.
something like that.
Yeah, it's like the weekend after Labor Day, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah, we had great
Good.
weather and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, excellent time.
Still got to unpack my truck from it.
Yeah.
The back seat's just full all the way.
Really?
Yeah,
What have you been doing for 2 weeks?
I still have the Blackstone in the the bed of my
Really?
truck, which I know isn't good for
Yeah.
Blackstone.
Well, I oiled that thing up pretty good. So
Well, I
it should be
appreciate
okay.
it. It's probably rusty now. But
Yeah,
throw
we'll
some
see.
bacon on it and it'll be good.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's been busy. I don't know.
Okay, it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Sometimes it does. What I was telling you earlier, I preached a sermon on busyness.
Yeah.
And whenever I find I preach on a topic, like, I think God wants to show me, like, hey, you don't have this figured out.
Yeah.
And so just like, man, I need to readjust some things.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
It does.
Yep.
And it's been a crazy week in our world, right?
It
So I
sure
know
has, man.
this is going to
Just-
drop a week after, like a lot of events, but
I mean,
it's nuts.
you got Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Did
got
you
the-
listen to him much?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved his college
Yeah.
interview thing. Like I love the way that he talked to people. Generally respectful.
Yeah.
And until you weren't, and then sometimes he'd get a little fired up.
Yeah.
But no, I liked what he was doing.
Yeah.
It's just
I just appreciated, like, there's all these guys on like Twitter or X, whatever, and they're
Yeah.
saying all this stuff and they're putting out these reels,
Yep.
of just them and the camera. And then Charlie Kirk just like shows up right
Yeah.
at college campuses.
yeah, he's
and
there and he wants to.
Give anyone else a mic and we'll talk.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
this-
Let's just debate. And
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a sad deal, man. That's terrible. And then but then there's a school shooting.
yeah, another
And
school shooting.
That's what I was talking to somebody about this week. It's like, it's so odd to me that there's been so many school shootings and we're almost desensitized to it.
Yeah,
Like you hear about
yep.
it and you hear that there was, 2 deaths and a bunch of people hurt, and a week later you almost forget about it, which is terrible. But there seems to be so many of them, and just the way that I think they've kind of desensitized us about it, like the media and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, some of it's the media, right? And then I think the number of them happening. Because on Sunday I mentioned that stat that there's like 40 some school shootings this year.
Right.
When I graduated in '99, I remember Columbine.
Yeah.
There's one in Kentucky. Like there's very few.
Right.
Right. And it
Yep.
made the news and everything. And
For
now
sure.
it's like all the time.
Yep.
Yes, you had those events. And then in Charlotte, the young lady came from Ukraine.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, she
stabbed
got
in the
stabbed or
neck.
something on the subway or the bus or something.
On the bus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. It's just
Well, and it's all there, right, where you can watch it.
that's the crazy part. Is like when they the guy I work with, he came over to me. He's like, Charlie Kirk just got shot, and I was like, do what? And he showed me the video, and I mean,
Yeah.
you're watching it,
Yeah.
from 5 minutes ago. Like you see every detail. And it's not. I think, and that's the other thing too, is I think cell phones have kind of made it to where, everybody has a camera. It's on all the time, and it almost desensitizes you more to the fact of it because, you just saw a guy get shot in the neck. I mean, geez, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
And then you're just going on eating dinner.
Yeah.
Right, or whatever.
Right,
And
yeah.
then the
You
next
just-
news cycle, it's something else tomorrow.
Right. It's just,
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know. Like, I'm glad you brought it up the way that you did on Sunday. You and Chris too. He did a really good job.
Yeah.
Praying about it and speaking about it. It needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
We need to bring attention to it, and we need to almost make it I don't know, undesensitize ourselves
Yeah.
to it. We need to
Yeah.
undo that part.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it
need
needs
to pray for it. You need to take action.
It's crazy too, though. Like
Yeah.
after last week, it almost feels like there's a revival going on.
Mhm.
which is good, and I
Yeah.
hope that it lasts. I hope it's not a 2 week thing
Yeah.
or a month thing, or I hope it's not like 9/11 where we're all united for 6 months
Yeah.
and then we go back to hating each other again. But it's good to see that there's something happening from it that's
Yeah.
positive.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but for a lot of pastors I heard from, like attendance was up on Sunday,
Yeah,
and things. So,
yeah,
we experienced a little bit of that as well.
yep. So
So people that usually don't came, and
right, and
yeah,
maybe they need a place, and maybe they. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they needed a place to go to feel a certain way about it, and hopefully that continues.
what makes you search for answers when you see that,
Right.
right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, like what's going on and why is this allowed, and
yeah,
why is God allowing these things to keep happening?
yeah. And then the stabbing on the train or on the bus, like for me, like what hit me is like there was men sitting on that bus
Who did nothing?
that just sat there,
Yep.
right? So and I get like maybe they couldn't intervene before it happened so quick. I don't know. I was not there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But you
No.
could have done something like, and you see, and I think the image is what caught everyone is that, a girl who's not much older than my daughters,
Yeah.
and to watch her just collapse,
Right. Yep.
look scared to death, trying to
Yep.
figure out what's happening, and then
Yeah,
just die.
exactly. And
It's
yep,
like,
it's
well,
just
where are those guys going, right? Why aren't
Right.
they engaging?
yeah,
And in my mind, like, hey, why aren't you physically engaging when you see someone doing this?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
It's what men are called to do.
right.
But at least like after the guy's gone, like, hey, someone like
Yeah,
do something.
yeah. Can we do something about it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I don't know. That's it's just been tough.
it's been a heaviness, right?
It
in the
has been a
world.
heaviness, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
has also like opened some doors of, the gospel, I think, breaking into some areas and the
Yep.
importance of eternal life. And at least people are asking those questions.
Yep, yep. I agree.
And so even though I think some are questioning it, it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
take the shooting in Minnesota, it was at a school and they were praying, right?
Right.
It's like during mass, like, well, why would God allow that? And so it's just opened some doors to have some
Yep.
great questions with people
Yep,
about
I agree.
Christianity. So yeah, tough times, man.
Yeah, it's been like you said. It's been a heavy couple weeks,
Yeah.
or a week and a half, or whatever we are now. It's been. I feel like you're carrying a weight around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and the world almost feels, 9/11, there was some uniting around stuff. It almost feels more divided right now
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. So,
Yep.
yeah.
so, yeah, I hope this doesn't continue.
Yeah.
We can't continue on like this. It's just
Yeah.
it's insanity. So
Yeah. Well, back to our topic
yeah,
of the day.
now we've got through that.
We're kind of in this middle of this 8-week reset.
Right.
Do you remember it's been a couple weeks?
Yeah.
We went to the summit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like I
Yeah.
really do like the 8 week reset. I mean, some of the topics we've covered, or reclaiming your mission,
Yep.
training your spirit,
Yep, spiritual
master your
disciplines.
body,
And then leading from the home
yeah,
front,
leading
right?
your home front,
Yeah.
and what that means to lead your house and to be a man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we generally talk about here, and what your duties are. So
Yep. So what we've been kind of looking at is like, how do you not just drift, but how do you move towards discipline?
Right.
So 8 basic areas.
yep,
All of them are topics we've covered before.
right.
Right. So
Yeah.
we've talked about
Yeah,
'em.
then they're all things that we talk about regularly.
Yeah.
But we get to talking about it and thinking about it, and it's like
do.
we almost have new stuff to say and more insight on it, and it just I don't know.
Well, even if we don't have new stuff, no one's remembering from 3 months ago
That's the idea.
or 3 years
It
ago.
can't be that interesting.
I often wonder if I could preach the same sermon like every 3 months if
Yeah.
anybody remembers. So
Huh. You should try it and see.
no, the only thing that catches people because there are times like I've circled back.
Yeah.
So I started this church at 2016. So there's been a few texts I've done a couple times.
Yeah.
And when I do, if I use the same notes, like main points,
Yep.
some people write them in their Bibles.
Okay.
And so like,
Wait a
hey,
minute.
You've preached this before.
You've done this before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So today, like jumping into our topic, like topic we've talked about a ton on
Talk
here.
about it all the time.
Is building your brotherhood.
Right.
But this is something like in the 8 essentials that we would say from going from drifting to a disciplined life is you have to be intentional about building your brotherhood.
Yep.
Right? It's not just going to happen. In fact, you will drift into isolation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You won't drift into a community.
Yeah, it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that. I know some people that almost naturally isolate, and maybe we all do, but I see them not working at building relationships with other men, and you just watch it. It destroys.
Yeah.
It destroys all aspects of life.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to watch.
Yeah. I just started reading this book. It's called Made for People.
Okay.
Again, and so the whole idea is like, hey, we are made to be in community.
Right.
Working on a sermon series for November. It's called Relationships in a Lonely World.
Okay.
Because as I'm out in the community, like what I see is there are a lot of lonely people.
Yep.
Right. Who are just going through life, They don't have a community around them.
Right.
Some of them may even go to church, but they've never like fully like dug in and got engaged.
Yep.
And they're kind of missing out.
What's the thing too is like I didn't realize we kind of bounced around from church to church for a little while, and I didn't realize that actually getting engaged and would keep me somewhere, or would keep me out of church, and I just wasn't getting the full potential out of it. I was getting the bare minimum, the Sunday sermon, and see you next Sunday, and it just I wasn't getting everything. I wasn't able to absorb everything that the church has to offer because I wasn't engaging.
Yeah, and really what the church has to offer, right? So it should be biblical preaching and things, but what you just said is like it keeps you engaged. Is like when times get tough for you, and it'd be easy for you to maybe to isolate or bolt.
Right.
You have a community around you. This doesn't let that happen.
Exactly.
Or if you just show up on a Sunday morning and no one knows you.
Yeah, if I miss a Sunday or two, I mean, I've got 2 or 3 phone calls.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't see you today. Where were you? Hope all is well. What can we do for you? Do you need anything? And it's like, that I didn't get that from anywhere else.
Yeah.
But then when I got engaged, and I didn't go, and I don't think I even tried to get engaged. I think there was other guys there that said, hey, you should come do this, or hey, you should come do that. And I think as guys, we also need to get out of our own way with new people, because we don't want to go and approach new people and go talk to people. And we need to do that. We need to approach people and engage them, and that will draw them in so they can start reaping the benefits of a church body as well.
Yep. Well, and men, like, we just naturally often live isolated.
Yep.
So we need to see the importance of, like, hey, we have to be intentional that brotherhood, like, it's not an optional part of Christianity.
Right.
Like, this is what we're called to do.
Yep.
Like, we are made to be around people.
Yeah.
Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron. We've talked about that verse. One man sharpens another.
Right.
You have to be around other men for that to happen.
Yep, for sure.
So, yeah.
Yep. No,
And that happens through what? Right. Iron, like friction.
right.
Sparks fly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be rough.
Yep.
There's going to
Well,
be tough times.
The best friendships I've got are the ones where my guys will call me out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I see you doing this. Hey, I see you doing that. Is everything okay? Or I don't see you doing these things. Is everything okay? What do you need? What can I help you with? What can, how can I help carry the load for you? And those relationships are phenomenal. I mean, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
So,
But I think that natural drift happens for men a lot of times. One, because like we're prideful.
absolutely.
Right? We think I can take care of this.
I can do this. I don't need help.
I don't need any help.
Yeah.
I think like even if I'm fixing something, right? I'm usually like I'm going to go about this myself.
Right.
I'm going to try to build this.
You just did that recently.
Yeah, remodeling the bathroom. Yeah, that was a disaster. But I called you probably half dozen
You
times,
called me
man.
half
I just
dozen
kept calling
times
you,
and asked for
and you
advice
offered to come over.
Absolutely.
But this is a small bathroom, so I didn't want to be in there with
Oh,
you.
yeah,
you
I
know?
understand. That makes
Then I was
sense.
in a crawl space, and you don't really fit in crawl spaces, do you?
I do. I just
Actually, we've been in a couple crawl spaces together.
we have, yeah. Yeah, we got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do actually. You just kind of go through them like a snake or something, man.
Well, just got to get through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but pride keeps us like isolating.
Absolutely.
I don't need help.
I'm a man. I can figure this out on my own.
Yeah.
I don't need a hand.
So whether that's marriage or
Right.
some other area in your life, maybe like a lot of guys, even their job situation,
Yeah.
they won't ask other guys for advice.
Right.
Right. So like,
Yep.
man, look for a guy
I
that's
ask
been
you and
there.
Blake for advice all the time.
Yeah. Well, you get some, maybe
Yeah.
not great advice, but
Yeah. Well, I get advice. So.
But doesn't that, like for me, I mean, I find that helpful, like even with jobs, right?
Yep.
If I'm looking like, I want to talk through it with some other men.
Yeah, absolutely.
One who are going to be honest with me, like, no, you may stay at that job. I know you hate it, but it helps pay your bills.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Until you find something else.
Yeah.
Or, no, man, like, you're not living up to your full potential. Like,
Yep. Yeah. Maybe
you need to
being
step
held
out.
back, or maybe maybe you're holding yourself back, and you need to maybe step out and figure something else out.
So pride can keep you from that. I think shame,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
If they
Shame.
know what I struggle with,
Yeah.
they're
Shame
not
or
going,
guilt, you
Yeah,
know.
they don't want anything to do with me.
Yep.
So I think shame's a big one. When the
Yeah.
truth is, like, we're all dealing with some stuff.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. We've all got things going on in life, and
Yeah. Like which, I spend time around a lot of men and
Yep.
investing in men. So I've heard a lot of stories, and like nothing really surprises me anymore.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Like, and like you think of Apostle Paul, he writes like, "Hey, I'm the chief of sinners." It's like, and that's the Apostle Paul. So
Right.
when I hear guys and they share things like, "Yeah, but I'm no better."
Right.
Right. I
Yep.
struggle with some different things maybe you struggle with. But
Right. But end of the day.
Yeah, I'm not going to
You know,
reject you because of your struggle.
exactly. Yep.
I think busyness.
What's
Right,
that?
this busyness, like
Yeah.
you just get busy. I don't have time for friends.
Yeah.
I don't have time to invest.
You're struggling with busyness now,
So
aren't you?
no, that's where I would fall at.
Yeah.
Like, I might struggle with all of it some.
Oh, yeah, for
but
sure.
my core would be I just don't have time for
Yep.
friends.
I get that.
So
Yeah. That's why I have to call you.
well, I'm trying to get better at it, but
Yeah.
it is a real struggle of mine. Like,
And sometimes it's okay to go through phases like that.
Yeah.
But it needs to be short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going through a season of busyness, that's fine.
Yeah.
Get through it, and then next time things are start to pile up, slow down and take on things and tasks that you need to prioritize it and figure out what needs to be done now and what can wait.
Yeah.
And I mean that's just for busyness. I mean,
Yeah.
but it just for anything
It
that
does.
you're struggling with, step back, prioritize it, and figure out how to work around it.
Yeah, because busyness, even you take that one to the extreme, you get busy, you don't have time, you find yourself isolated.
Right.
Even if you're successful from your busyness, that's when things are going to happen in your life,
Absolutely,
right? So addictions are going to grow when it's dark. Your marriage is going to collapse when you find yourself in silence.
Your kids aren't looking at you.
Your faith's probably not going to grow when you don't have anybody to help hold you accountable. Your children aren't going to do well in their discipleship because you're too busy, and you don't have men around you to help encourage you in those areas.
Right.
And so you just find yourself isolated.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's funny how we find ourselves isolated. And like you said earlier, men are almost drawn to isolation.
Yeah. And I think it can happen quickly. Like, it may be something you don't struggle with.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy hanging out with my friends.
Right.
But I can find myself in a busy couple weeks, turns into a couple months.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it's been 6 months before I've went out or talked really to anyone.
That's what we just talked about the other day.
We did.
We haven't done dinner with you and your wife in 6 or 8 months. And
yeah, we ended up going to dinner because of that, right?
Right.
So.
Yep. So, no, it's one of those things. It just, we just, and I like this. I like, this build your brotherhood. I think that's kind of what this podcast has been about since the beginning anyways, building your brotherhood, being a man.
Yeah.
What does being a man look like? It's like Charlie Kirk. What does being a man look like?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Well, some of the mission of what we try to accomplish is bringing guys together.
Right.
Right. So we're looking at holistically what we do in this podcast, and the podcast is good. The events have been great because there's guys having conversations.
Well,
so we're
it's
looking
growing.
for more ways to do that.
And that's a nice thing too, to watch the events grow. We started off last year, we had 25 or 30 people or something, and this year 35 or 40, and it's like, so we're doing something, something's working, that we're getting men to start looking this direction, and it's not at us. I don't want any recognition from this or any fame from this. I want guys to find God and find community and find church, and that's what I want. So
so this week I'd encourage you, hey, take some action on this. Connect with some other guys. Give a friend a call. Text.
Right.
Maybe share some struggles you're having.
And if you find yourself isolated, figure out why. And maybe you are going through a season of busyness. Maybe you're struggling with something, and you find shame in it, and therefore you don't want to talk about it with anybody. But if you got somebody, a confidant, a brother, somebody that you can talk to and trust in, just getting it off your chest is enough. It's not enough. Just getting it off your chest is a good start. But then you and a brother can start working on it together.
Let me hit on something before we kind of wrap it up, because you did mention if you find yourself isolated. And I know there's guys that do at times. Scripture's pretty clear. If you want friends, you've got to be friendly.
Yeah.
Right. So that could be you find yourself isolated and you say, no one likes me, and you have this pity party and things like that, and I never get invited anywhere.
Right.
I would just challenge you to see hey, are you friendly with other people? Do you generally like other people and being around people, and are you pursuing those relationships?
Yeah, and the people you're wanting to hang out with, you have things in common with them, or are you the odd guy out and wanting to force something to happen? There's groups of people that I don't hang out with, like gamers. You
do hang out with gamers though.
I hang out with one or two, but
see, you may not play games, but...
right? That's what I'm saying. So, I just find your crowd that you do fit into, and maybe pursue that. Yeah, I've had a couple guys reach out to me lately that, well, we don't hang out, we don't do this. Is there something wrong with me? And it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just we're into different things, and just you need to find your crowd. It doesn't have to be me. So,
man, Nick, you're so popular. Everyone's want to hang out with you.
Popular. It's one guy, but it just it's just something there. It's just if you need somebody to talk to, I'll always be here to help. But the reason that we don't hang out is just we're pretty far apart. So
and that happens, right?
It does.
Your circle can only be so large,
right?
The circle of guys that I trust, to hold me accountable or I'm going to share some stuff with is fairly small.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
But it's still there, right? It needs to be there.
It has to be there.
And there's maybe a different circle that's a little bit further out where there's quite a few guys in that circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So but I'm not going to call them when Karen and I have a fight or something else,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
Yeah. No,
I like you guys.
Right.
But you're not the ones that's probably like that iron sharpening iron with me that's really like seeing the sparks fly and willing to call me out.
You're another piece of iron. But you're not sharpening me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been...
No, it's been fun, man.
Been good.
I mean, like I said, we're coming off of a heavy week.
We are. But this encourages, like, you need guys, guys not just to hang out with, but guys who are willing to pray with you or pray for you, guys who will fight for you, guys who will call you out when you're starting to slip.
Right.
And then, I mentioned this at the summit when I was introducing one of our speakers that, you need guys that will celebrate also when you have successes.
Yeah.
Right? You need, like, I found in guys, a lot of times that's tough to find.
Yep.
When a good thing happens, like, it's not going to be jealous of it.
Yep.
But guys that you can call up on the phone and be like, hey, man, I just got this promotion. I got this raise. I just had this victory over this area. And and that will celebrate.
Yeah, what was something said at the summit was, I forget exactly how it was worded, but something about you wouldn't want this guy to have your sin, or you wouldn't want this guy to know your sin.
Yeah.
And it should really make you reflect on the things that you're struggling with.
Yeah.
And it resonated, it hit home, and it was a really good weekend.
Yeah, it was good.
So I'm glad this time, like last year, I feel like I sat out of some of the speaking engagements, and I feel like I sat out of that so I could do other things or cook or whatever we were doing. And this year I made sure to attend and be present in them, and I just got so much more from it.
Good.
So, yeah, I can't wait till next year.
All right. Appreciate you guys joining us.
Yep.
See you next week.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.